Yeah, let me show you something interesting, dog. Let me show you something interesting. See over there. Look at that. Look what's over there. Look at that. That's way, way more interesting than me. Wouldn't you agree? Welcome back to the Long Dark, my friends. We are in the camp office in Mystery Lake. In the last episode, we went from Coastal Highway through the ravine to Mystery Lake. So you'll see we're now right on the border of that lake, between the train tracks and the tip of the lake is where we are right now. So, yeah, it was a good trip. We're doing reasonably well. We are going to be looking around Mystery Lake for the heavy hammer. We did loot out the camp office at the end of last episode, and we are pretty heavy. So
getting kind of heavy.
And as Will says, this pack is getting kind of heavy. So we are going to spend a little bit of time cleaning this place up and putting stuff away. It's blizzard outside right now anyway, and so we're going to just get this place set up as a base. And then we will head out and see what's what. So we'll see you on the flip side of that. Okay, we did a little bit of cleanup in here, and it sounds like the blizzard finally ended. That blizzard was going that whole time, if you can believe that. It is now evening. That's a nice evening. We're hungry, so let's see. What have we got for food? So we've got some stuff we can eat. We got Pinnacle Peaches. We got some... Yeah, I guess we can just eat these peaches. We maybe want to cook up this potato next time we make a fire. We can make some oats, but we really don't have a whole lot of food, so we are going to need to go find food somewhere at some point. We're not super tired. It's kind of windy. We can grab some of the cattails here if we didn't grab them already in the last episode. I don't remember. I guess we didn't. Alright. So we did rearrange the base a little bit. There aren't that many cattails here, or am I just missing them all? That's weird. Usually there's more. I think. Or maybe not. Oh, there's a torch. Tear that down. Alright, well, it's getting late. There's not much point venturing out right now. We did rearrange things in the cabin so that we can find stuff more easily, especially in the dark. So the bed's right here. We can just walk in the door, find the bed. No problem. We cleaned it up to make it look a little bit easier. We got a whole crafting area over here. Gonna put our crafting supplies in here. We've got, we could put our food up there. We could put more stuff on top of here. This is where we're gonna put most of our excess gear. We'll be able to walk in the back door and find the crafting table easily. Put the first aid kit here, which is where we can put our spare antibiotics, for example, and spare medical supplies, which right now we don't really have anything we really want to store here right now. In here we've got, see how dark it is getting? In here we've got, excess tools, a few things we don't need just yet, that kind of thing. So, it's dark. We can navigate in here by the windows.
All I can think about is food.
So, to find the bed, or if it's really dark and we can't see anything, and we are over here and need to get to bed, we can find the exit. And then just walk around. And from here, we should be able to find our bed pretty easily. There we go. Right under this window. So that's what we've done. Now we got to figure out what we're going to eat. So I think tonight it's going to be... let's eat the pinnacle peaches. And some cattails. And then in the morning we will go off, explore, and try to find a little bit more food. Tear that down. Alright, I feel like we're in pretty good shape here. So let's drink some water, get some sleep, and then we will start exploring Mystery Lake in the morning. Yeah, it's too bad about that blizzard because we could have been exploring. Sounds windy as well right now, but it's also kind of early. So sun's not quite up yet. Just in case it's light enough. Nope, too dark. All right. Well, I don't think there's much we can do right now, so let's pass a little bit of time. And sleep another hour. Alright, sun is up enough to do stuff. It's not really up enough to see much. So, drink some water. We can
need to eat soon.
Read a little bit. Or we can... Let's tear that down, actually. Yeah. Let's tear this down. The tearing down we could have done in the dark, actually. Not quite totally 100% on our game here. Okay, and it looks like we have pinwool sweaters on. So we can repair this. 100%. Beautiful. And since we don't need the sweatshirt, we can harvest that. Alright, we're wearing all the clothes we got. What we got is not a whole lot. And I'm not keen on this, so I'm actually just gonna destroy that curtain rod and tear down this curtain. Alright, now we gotta eat something. Cattails it is. And then we will head out and see what we can find out there in the big world. I think if it's not too snowy, our first priority's got to be food.
I could eat anything.
It's kind of windy. So now might not be the best time to head out. We do have some cattails, so we're not going to starve. But yeah, it's still windy and cold. So yeah, let's spend a little bit of time inside reading a book and see if we can get a little bit more appropriate weather. Sounds quiet. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, much nicer. Okay, so since food is our first priority, let's see what we got out on the lake. And here are the cattails I missed, so that helps. There's probably more. We'll be by here dozens of times, so we'll eventually find them all. Let's see, what do we got out on the lake? Looking for a deer. Looking for a wolf. If we can find one of each, then we should be in good shape. And in the meantime, we'll check out these fishing huts and fishing cabins. I don't see anything out here. I see no wildlife whatsoever. Alright, let's see what's in here. Oh, there's some food. Yeah, I'll take that. Gonna be foraging soon. Collecting scrap. Hope springs eternal, right? We're gonna be foraging soon, maybe. If we can find that heavy hammer. I don't see anything out here. I don't see any... There's a wolf. Or is that a deer? Oh, it looks like deer.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
What I need to find is a friendly neighborhood wolf. Let's head in here. Some wood. That's nice. Got a candy bar. That'll granola bar, I guess. And we got a gunsmithing book, which we can burn. I hear wolves howling. So where are they?
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
There they are. Alright. Let's grab one of you guys and see if we can't get you guys to help us. I'm going to just eat
I'd eat anything.
that granola bar. See if we can't get you guys to help us find some meat. Yeah, let me show you something interesting, dog. let me show you something interesting. See over there. Look at that. Look what's over there. Look at that. That's way, way more interesting than me. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Wolf? Wouldn't you agree that that big hunk of meat on hoofs, meals on hoofs, is way, way more interesting than me? Yes, it's running away, but that is the fun part, isn't it? You get to chase it. There we go. And I think that deer is cornered, so I don't think he's going to be able to escape. So now might be the time to pull out a torch. Oh wow, yeah, I know he's going way up there. I don't know. This might not be as good as I'd hoped. This might not be as good as I'd hoped. We may want to try to... Oh, no, he did get one. Let's see if I can... See if I can find out where that is. There it is. Alright. It's not ideal spot, but it'll do. Okay, for those of you new to the game, here's what we just did. We led a wolf to a deer. And then we... Oops. And then we scare him away from said deer. And then we build a fire near said deer. And this time we'll use the accelerant because last time we didn't get the fire done in time. We had another wolf come.
That should help warm things up.
Alright, now let's check. We minus 13 degrees. I'm just going to pop a coal on there. No reason to mess around. We'll drop our teas. Oops. I want to drop that, or that. Alright. Okay, so now we can go harvest this guy. Are we still warm here? Yeah, we still are. Alright. 22 minutes. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's better if you can put the fire right next to the wolf. But meantime, let's eat. Oh, look at that. Cooking 3. Let's take a quick look. Cooking 3, 15% more calories, no calorie loss when smashing open cans, and shorter cooking times. Awesome. Okay. That's the first thing we've actually mapped on here. Okay, we got a map where the camp office is so you can all see where we're at. Okay. We're at the southwest part of the lake. We're gonna finish making this water here. We harvested all of that deer, thanks to the wolf for taking it down for us. Scared the wolf away. Harvested the deer. So that was a pretty good haul. And we're actually going to take... It's a nice day, so we can grab a torch. We're going to take the all the stuff to the cabin that's right over here. Actually, yeah, we've got everything here. I still hear another deer. I thought I was kept hearing noises, and I was worried what it was, but it's another deer. It's nearby. All right, so we're going to take this water, take the pot. It occurs to me there's another pot that we should have left at the camp office. We'll take these. And let's see, what's our torch situation? We got 3 torches. One of them is really good. I think we could use some more, so let's pull some torches from here. Oh, these are pretty good. Okay, so that was a good haul. That should allow us to do a little bit of exploration. Oh, these are great torches. Wow, that was a really good one. Holy smokes. Amazing. That was a great torch haul. Check it out. Great torch haul. Alright. Let's light this one up. And let's grab this stuff.
Something's gotta go.
Eat that one. Eat that one. Alright. Now we're a little stinky, so we gotta be a little bit careful coming over these rises here. But there should be a cabin. Yeah, this cabin's right over there. So... thought I heard a bark. Okay, no, guess not. Okay, so we will head over to one of those cabins. And we'll set out what we might call a forward outpost over there. Grab some sticks while we're around. Always thinking about that next fire. Oh, it's beautiful. It's not too cold. In fact, it's quite warm. Still another buck there if we can find another wolf. So, yeah, this was a really good haul. There's a cave up here. I know we should probably wait until we've dumped our stinky stuff before exploring too far, but I feel okay. Unless there's a bear in this cave or something like that, I feel okay with my torch. I'm gonna grab another stone, because I don't know how many we have. Let's swap out the torch, mainly because this one's not very bright. Alright, we'll look around in this cave, see if there's anything interesting. Yeah, it's definitely warm back here. So this is good to know. There's a cave here that's pretty warm. Where we could... grab this ruined torch. where we could come if we got cabin fever. If we happen to be in the neighborhood. Alright, so we're going to head over these cabins over here. Still looking for that heavy hammer. I am not sure. It's really been a tough find. So we will look around each of these cabins to make sure it's not lying around in the snow. I don't see it. We'll look on the stock, make sure it's not sitting out on the dock. Nope, I don't see it. Whoops. Where is that? Where's that dog? Oh, he's over there. Alright, let's swap out our torch. And maybe we can get this guy to take down that other buck. Yeah, there he is. If we go out this way... There we go. Yeah, he's going after him. Starting to get windy though, so we gotta be careful. I'm gonna drop my stinky stuff here. Yeah, he took him down right there. Oh my goodness. What a bonus. Alright. Bonus buck. Better do this quick before the wind. Before the wind blows our torch out. Alright, you don't actually have to throw it, but I had an extra one anyway, so... Alright, well, that was a huge bonus. Alright, I wonder if we can get a... Oh no, we're not going to get a fire going here with the wind. We'll come back out and grab this guy later. But yeah, that was a huge, huge bonus. Now we need to find the stuff we dropped. Here it is. There's the bear over there. See him? There's a bear over there. So this is like a pretty wildlife-y spot. Okay, we're going to take these... And we're going to head to the safety of this cabin. Just hoof it a little bit.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yeah, you can drop a bunch of it once we get here. Yeah, so we're going to head inside. Alright, and we are going to drop those things here. And then we are going to drop the meat out here. Alright, let's look around. Books. Book. Nothing in there.
That'll come in handy.
Oh, ski jacket. Ski jacket. That is a huge bonus. Alright, let's swap out our torch. It's pretty bright in here, so we probably don't need it, but, you know, nice to have. Ski jacket. Awesome. Nothing in there. Yeah, nothing else in here, but a ski jacket is a huge... Wow, look at this. This is so weird, eh? The levitating book. It's unsettling. There we go. Same with this. Whoops. I guess these ones you gotta be in. There we go. There. Alright. Okay, oh, we missed this. What's in here?
Could end up being useful.
Bandage. Don't need the disinfectant. I'm just going to leave that in there. Alright. Well, that was a huge deal. So, let's see. Yeah, the ski jacket is going to be way better for warmth than the windbreaker. But the windbreaker has really good wind resistance, so we'll put the ski jacket on the inside. I don't think this cotton toque is... I guess it's better than the baseball hat, so that's good. We will wear that. Yeah, that was awesome. Grab this. Okay, let's keep moving. Just check out the other cabins. Remember, there's a wolf out here, so even though we're not stinky anymore, we just do want to be a little bit cautious. Yeah, so it's kind of windy. Kind of windy. I wonder if that was the same wolf that we stole his other kill. I'm going to say yes. Because it's better storytelling. I'm going to say that wolf is now our mortal enemy, who has sworn revenge and will be stalking us at every turn because it's better storytelling. It's one of the nice things about this game is you can kind of, I don't know, I don't really make up stories about it too much, but I guess you kind of can. You can make up your own objectives and think about what you're going to do next, and I guess that is a story.
Can't feel my hands.
That's the story that you're writing for your character. The story we're writing for Will. Constantly evolving. Let's head in here. Alright, this place looks almost identical. See, it is identical. So this thing used to be... we could turn our back and this thing will turn into a smaller shelf. I think that's pretty weird. Clearly that's a bug. I'm sure they're going to be working on fixing that.
What have we here?
Looks like cloth to me. And nothing in here. There's a plastic crate. There wasn't in the other room. Ooh, maple syrup. Awesome. I might keep that and try to make pancakes at some point. Alright, I don't need all these books. I don't really need... There's really nothing else in here I need, so let's head out. Yeah, it's windy, but not so windy that my torch is going to blow out. At least not yet.
Can't feel my feet.
Still looking for that elusive heavy hammer. Oh, here's a note. Take that. And see what's what in this cabin here. This one's a little different. Configuration. Looks like we got some lantern
I need
fuel.
to drop something.
Little cutting board. I think I'm going to take that. And I'll use that to decorate my base. Wish I could take this bed. This is a kind of a more reasonable bed than the bunk bed in the camp office, but I don't know, bunk bed will do. Okay, nothing else in here, right? I didn't miss anything? Nope, that's about it. Okay. Alright, let's head out. It's going to be a nice evening. Gotta remember there is a bear around here somewhere. So we do not want to be reckless.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Don't see a heavy hammer on that one. I heard something. I wonder if the bear is closer than I think. Anyway, we're inside right now, so we are safe. What's in here? Nothing. Okay. Under here,
Wonder if the owner's around.
beef jerky. That's okay. Alright, so I see a lot of pretty decent players play, and some of them, one in particular,
Too much stuff to carry.
who is a Long Dark YouTuber. I don't think they have a system for prioritizing their food. So I thought I would just tell you all how I'm thinking about this. So if we look at the food we've got calorie to weight ratio. So pork and beans has a poor calorie to weight ratio relative to things like, for example, cattails. Cattails I'm always going to probably eat last as a last resort because the calorie to weight ratio is really great and they never spoil. So I want to balance like things that are going to spoil, so I want to eat them before they spoil. Things that are light and have a good calorie to weight ratio. Things that stink and are heavy, even if they're calorie dense like meat. So I'll almost always eat meat first if I've got meat and leave the packaged stuff for later. And cattails almost always last, especially if I've got well fed. Because if I've got well fed, it doesn't matter when I eat my calories. There's that bear. Make sure I'm not stinky. If I've got well fed, it doesn't matter when I eat my calories. Alright, let's head over to the other cabin away from the bear. Doesn't matter when I eat my calories. Earlier the better, because it takes them out of my inventory and makes me less heavy. There's a wolf out there too. Bear and a wolf.
Too heavy.
But that's okay, because we're heading over this way to this cabin, which is possibly where we may spend the night. Yeah, sounds like we're getting a little tired, it's getting a little windy, it's getting a little cold. Just look around. Head inside before we get too cold.
My fingers feel numb.
Alright, this is another one of those with the book on the floor. Trash can here. Wouldn't mind another ski jacket, actually, but I guess I should just be grateful. Grateful for the one I found. I mean, we went a long time without even finding any jacket at all. So, yeah. You know what? I'm going to take this as well. We'll put that in our... and this. Yeah, we'll put those in our little base. Alright, how heavy are we? Not that bad. Okay. Do we have time
I might have to drop some gear.
to head back out to... yeah, maybe we should drop some gear. First, let's swap out my torch. Do we have time to head out to a couple of fishing cabins just to check them out? Probably. Alright, let's drop some of these books. Let's drop this extra cooking pot. Let's drop lamp oil. We'll drop these. This book that we don't need. Can that we don't need. Drop this. Drop these. Get them later. Drop that because we're not going to read it right now. Alright. Alright, that's better. Okay. Still a bear around. Still a wolf around. Ooh, look how pretty that is. What a pretty sunset. I'm not going to sit here and look at it too long, because
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I'm going to need to find a place to escape this cold. The bear's cave is up here. I don't know if he went home or if he is still roaming around.
Feels like night is coming.
But I think if I can make sure that I can get to this fishing cabin, then I'll be safe. So what's in here? Oh yeah, that's good. Cloth. Whetstone. What else?
I think I can use this.
Aviator Cap. That is a huge, huge score. Put that on right away. Alright, and a frozen angler. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you see it? Do you see it?
Freezing.
Heavy hammer. Look at that. Finally. Finally. Alright. Okay. Well, it's cold and it was windy. Now we don't have fire. So I think what we're going to do is call it a night. Heavy hammer. That is awesome. We're actually going to run so that we can make ourselves more tired and get there more quickly. Might as well put this away. And we're going to spend the night in this cabin. And we are going to celebrate our heavy hammerness. Heavy hammer. Finally, it's hammer time. Alright. I'm going to grab all this stuff.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty heavy. Okay, and find somewhere there was a bed. There it is. Okay, so we're going to face the bed here. We're going to do a little bit of tear down. That is awesome. That is awesome. Heavy hammer. You know you're going to find it eventually, but sometimes it feels like it's just never going to happen. So, yeah. All right. You look diligently, seek and ye shall find, as they say. I'm not going to need this at all, so I'm just going to drop it. All right. What else? Before we go to bed, let's just do a little bit of crafting.
I need snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
And, yeah, 45 minutes of that. Let's drink some water. 45 minutes of rose hips. Alright, and let's see. It's dark, so we can't repair. But we can probably tear down. And use slightly better socks. Gonna harvest these ones. What else? Alright, we gotta repair some of this stuff. I'm gonna harvest that. And we'll harvest this. Try to make ourselves a little bit lighter by converting heavy things into lighter things. And do a little bit of maintenance while we're at it. Okay, we won't be able to repair either of these in the dark, but that should be an important order of business when it gets light. So I think now we are going to drink and sleep. And heavy hammer. So we're close to Spence, so we could go forge there, but I kind of want to go, like, a lot of our stuff to make bows and whatnot, a lot of our curing saplings are in Coastal Highway. So I'm actually thinking we're going to head back there pronto, and we'll go to the Riken, forge there, go back to Coastal Highway, craft in Coastal Highway, and then we'll eventually make our way back here. That is my thought. So I think what we want to do right now is, well, it's light out. I wonder how cold it is.
I wonder if I can drop any of this
Yeah,
gear.
it's still pretty cold. So I think we'll spend a little bit of time repairing some of this gear. So let's see. We don't have cured leather on us, but let's repair this ski jacket. And let's do it again. Ski jacket is going to be our best warmth layer. Wow, this is really not happening, huh?
Never been so hungry in my life.
All right. Look at that. We got mending 2. Let's check that out. See what that gives us. Mending 2. Better chance to repair and faster repairs. All right. Nothing. Doesn't sound windy out there. Let's drink some of this too so that we can get rid of some more weight. How are we doing? We're still overweight, but not by much. Okay. Let's see what is what out here. We're hungry, so we're going to head back to our... Oh, it's nice. Okay. We got to make sure we don't run afoul of this bear. We did, after all, steal his heavy hammer. That was quite a haul, actually. Not your average fishing hut, I would say. This one here we haven't looked at yet, so let's take a look at this one. And we also have that other buck to harvest, which I think we will do because I don't want to waste food. So what's in here? There's a fishing hook right here. There we go. Oh, look, a sewing kit. Take it. Anything under here? Nope. Okay. There's the bear. There's a wolf. Okay. I guess we want to go around these guys. I think that bear is going to scare off that wolf. I would think. But we'll see. Oh yeah. Wolf's running away. What's with the crows over here? Did I miss a body? I guess I did. I'm gonna make up a story and say that bear just mauled that guy. That's the story I'm gonna make up. We're such storytelling creatures. I mean, I guess that's why we play these games in the first place. We are such storytelling creatures. We can tell stories about anything.
Can't feel my hands.
Alright, so how do we feel? We feel pretty good about our progress. We now have ski jacket, we have a windbreaker, we have a heavy hammer. We're a little bit overloaded, but we will dump some stuff at the camp office. Wow,
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
4 sticks stacked on top of each other. That was pretty weird. And got some food over here. That wolf is still running away. I don't know if you could see him, but he's off in the distance running away. Alright, we're going to eat some stuff here. And I guess we will harvest that other deer. Let's do that now.
Wait. I'm so cold, I'm warming up again.
Okay, light up a torch. We're not stinky, right? I know we're heavy. It's just gonna have to be okay. Oh, what else is over here? What else is over here? Let's find out. Wow, look at that. So off in the distance, those birds were the last deer that we... Oh, wow.
Someone's gotta go.
Wolf eating something. No, I cannot believe this. And this is a buck. Alright, well, I know what we're doing today. I know what we are doing today. Now, the question, though, is do we want to cook all of this meat? Because we're probably not going to eat it before we head back to...
It worked.
Coastal Highway. What's left on this guy? There we go. Oh, quite a lot. Alright. Okay, well, let's get harvesting. Alright. Well, what did we do? We harvested that whole guy. This is what we got. Quite the haul. Plus, obviously, one of those. So this is what we got. Quite the haul. We're making some water here now, and yeah, it's socked in fog. There's still another guy to harvest. So I think we're going to do that. I know I said I'm not sure if we wanted to cook all of this. But I think... Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see the other guy if we want to cook him. The reason we didn't want to necessarily do that is because although these do... they do decay slowly, relatively speaking. They do eventually decay, and because we don't have cooking 5, we can't eat them once they're ruined. But if they were raw, they could decay all the way to ruined, and we could still come back, you know, like 100 days from now, cook them, and they'd still be at 50%, and we could eat them. So if you're going to leave meat for the long term, like we're going to go to a different region, which we are going to do, and we'll be gone for a little while because we're going to be foraging and crafting, it's better to leave that meat raw. But I think that cooking this was probably an okay call because I think we are going to bring some of it with us. Maybe we cooked a little too much of it, but you know what? Can't always be perfect. We are going to bring some of it with us. And It's pretty foggy right now. Like, I don't even know where I'm headed. I think that the cabin's over that way. But there's wolves all over the place, so I'm actually gonna hang out here a little bit and just continue to make my water. Got 50 minutes on the fire. Let's put a little bit more on. I'll put heavy stuff like practical gunsmithing, which we're never gonna read. And then, let's see, we got 23 minutes until boiled. I don't think that's going to boil off in the next hour. So I say we read a book while that boils. And then we'll take this water. Okay, now we can see. Alright, I think we're going to take this and this. We're going to leave all the stinky stuff here. We're going to take this fire. And we're going to go... Not stinky at all, right? Yeah. And we're going to go harvest this guy. This one we will leave the meat uncooked. Use a book, sure, why not? So the fire here is really just to keep us warm and to keep the wolves away.
Come on.
We're not going to use it to cook, although we will probably make a little bit more water while we're here. And we might pull a few more torches too. So we're running out of reclaimed, we're running out of fuel, so I'm going to use a coal. And the reclaimed, why not? And let's get going. Look at this. Okay, sounds like it's getting windy. Sounds like it's getting windy, so it's starting to get dangerous around here with all this meat. So I think we are going to head back to our little cabin.
Too heavy.
We'll try to carry this torch. And we hope it doesn't blow out, but you know what? We know our cabin's this way because we faced the fire that way. So we'll just walk straight this way. Grab a flare just in case. I can see some shapes of what looks like cabins up ahead. That one's the burned out one. Burned out one. There we go. That's our cabin. So we will head over here. There we go. Eat some of this meat. Well, at the beginning of the episode, we said head inside. All right. Well, at the beginning of the episode, we did say, I think there's a bed around here somewhere. Shelf, shelf, crate, bed. At the beginning of the episode, we did say our priority was food. And I guess it is seek and ye shall find, ask and ye shall receive. Take your pick. But
I need to drop something.
We definitely have food now. Lots of food. So I think we're doing pretty well. I think we are going to call it an episode. Actually, let's go to sleep first. Got a lot of water here, too. So let's sleep for 10 hours. We're not going to get 10 hours, but see how much we get. Still night time. Drink some water. And we'll just do... let's see, is there any tearing down we can do? Let's tear that down. Eat this. Alright, let's pass a little bit of time. And we'll sleep for another hour. Should be getting light now. It's not super light, but let's read for one more hour. Until it gets light. And we can see what we're doing. Alright, there we go. Put that flare away. Okay, we're going to drop our 2 pelts here. And actually, I think...
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, it's beautiful but cold. Alright, I want to go grab the... I want to go grab the rest of the gut. So we're going to put the heavy stuff, like books, heavy hammer, cooking pots, in here. We're going to run out. We're going to grab the gut from these guys, and we're going to bring it back in here. And that is when we are going to call it good for today. Alright, so there's 2... There were 2 carcasses. One was over here somewhere. It's not easy to find. There it is. Okay, so we gotta remember it's like right near this fallen tree. Alright. I'm gonna eat some of this. And we're gonna take that gut and that gut. Then we're gonna head over here. And we're gonna take that gut. Where's the other gut? Did we not take the other gut? Oh, we left.
All this gear is slowing me down.
We left it on. Okay, well, should we take it? No, I think we're going to leave it. Okay. And we're going to put that one, we're going to put what gut we have.
Damn.
In this
Freezing.
cabin to start curing. Alright. Awesome. And now, so we don't forget, we're going to grab this stuff. And we will sleep one more hour. And that will do it for us for today. All right, so thank you for joining us. I think we have really established a food bounty in Mystery Lake. We found the heavy hammer. We are going to get this food situated so that we remember where it is. And then we are going to head back through Ravine to Coastal Highway. We'll stop at the camp office first and just unload our heavy gear that we don't need. And we're going to go back through Ravine to Coastal Highway, and then from Coastal Highway to the Desolation Point, which was where it all began. We're going to go to the Riken, which we never did actually explore, and we're going to forge there.
I might have to drop some gear.
Then we're going to head back to Coastal Highway, pick up all of the great stuff that we left curing, and we're going to bring it to our little fishing village, and we're going to craft. And that is probably the next few episodes. That's probably what we're going to do. So thank you for being with us. If you like this episode, give us a like. If you want to know when new episodes are coming, subscribe, and please feel free to drop us a comment. We always love to get those. And we will see you in the next episode.